Sparkle.
Can I take this home?
Nice. Cheers. Sparkle. You like it?
Yeah. Take this home.
Okay.
Evening, guys. Can I take the seat higher?
It's the other chair.
Yeah. Can't get the microphones on me. Jeez, me.
Don't get you up, please.
Well, I think this franchise has never won the first game of the season, so I think today we overcame a psychological barrier. Gives us all a boost. I thought the supporters and the atmosphere was really special. There's a different feeling around this football club, I feel, as it, over the last 12 months, and we spoke before the game about the start of the journey. I do feel as if this is not the start of the journey. I feel as if this is just a continuation of the journey that we started last season. We have a group that are well invested in each other. They enjoy coming to work. They enjoy being around each other. They enjoy their football. And as a manager and a coaching staff, we have incredible trust in these players. It was an enjoyable night. I think we deserved the win, even though we had to work really hard for it. We can play a little bit better, I think, with a little bit more quality, but that'll come hopefully with more match action. And we had Drake Callender to thank us for the clean sheet, which we've not had. And we've probably defended better probably in some pre-season games, but Drake was sensational with his handling, with his composure, and I think we've got a real top keeper on our hands.
From first.
Okay. I have two, sorry. One is, did you ever imagine that your two first goals were going to come from the two guys that they came from tonight, two kind of unlikely heroes tonight? And then also, if you could tell us about Leo Campana, what is his situation?
Leo's got a calf strain. I think we're going to run more tests tomorrow to find out. It's minor, but I think with Leo's history, we're just going to be really cautious. We were all a little bit frustrated yesterday because we'd obviously planned the whole game plan around Leo and Joseph playing, but what happened is that we then just rejigged it a little bit. We had trust in the players that were coming in, and we now hope Leo comes back as quick as possible. He's a big player for us. If we're going to be successful, Leo has to play, and if he plays, he'll score goals just like Joseph will. The first question was.
Yeah, the two unlikely heroes.
Yeah, well, we to score from a set play was great. We worked really hard at it. Sometimes you get luck, sometimes you don't. We didn't get our rewards last year from set plays. This year we've started the season well from set plays, so that was a big plus. And then to see Schneider score, not trained with us, probably trained with us 3 days the whole of the off season because we've got that many front players. It's been impossible to get him in with a group. We've tried to get him in for certain parts of the training sessions. We signed him on an MLS contract because we and I in particular have incredible faith in him. Every time he played for the MLS2 last year, he scored goals. He came into the box, he scored goals, and I remember sitting with David one game and I said, this kid could score, and he said, every time I watch him he scores goals. So we know that he's going to be a big threat for us. Borgelin, Kramashi on at the end, Harvey on at the end. We've got some good kids. We've got some really good kids, and we get Ian Frey back, and we get Ascona back fit. We're going to build the club. We're going to build the team around these young players. They're going to get their opportunities. Noah Allen. We're going to make sure that these are a big asset for this football club. They're a large part of our squad. And today Borgelin's gone on and won us the game.
We'll go to Jeff Carlisle, then Ian.
Over here, Phil. A lot of talk in preseason about supplying the forwards. Is that supply line going to be there? How did you think your team did? And I know that Leo obviously was not playing tonight. He'll be back. But how did you think your team did tonight in that regard in terms of finding Joseph on the field?
No, I didn't think we found Joseph, but I think that was probably a little bit about Joseph's lack of fitness, sharpness, and making the runs and stuff like that. And then there was a couple of instances in the first half where I felt Coco, Stefanelli, and Rodolfo just didn't quite see the run of Joseph, but that's something that will come with more work. So I do feel as if we need to look for him a little bit more, but I also feel as if he's got another 2 to 3 weeks of getting up to the kind of sharpness that we expect him to get to. So it's a work on area. Like I say, I think we're going to be playing different this year than what we have in the past with Pozuelo and Federico and Rodolfo at times in the last 3 seasons. We're going to play a little bit different. We're going to play with strikers. We're going to play probably in different areas. But we still need to keep creating chances for our front players. And I felt in the first half we just lacked a little bit of composure in the final third, where we were crossing from too wide. We weren't committing enough into the box. And the goal that we scored in the second half was a great example of us getting 3-4 men in the box, and that's why we scored the goal, because we didn't score from the first one, and we sustained the attacks.
Ian?
Thanks, Rafa. You sort of touched on it there, but that low block of the 4 with the 2 center halves and then Gregory and Mota sort of allows the 2 wingbacks to get high. Can you just discuss a little bit how formidable they are in defense, and they're allowed to accept that pressure, and how can that help you transition forward to get those top 3 guys that you want?
In terms of Coco and Pizarro, you mean? Yeah, well, they're intelligent players. They've got the freedom to go to spaces. With Stefanelli, we've got three 10s in the team, really. And with a foundation of a 4 and a 2 means that we want to attack. And I think what we're looking for, I know what we're looking for. We're looking for unpredictability. Sometimes I'm not sure what they're going to do, so the opposition definitely don't know what they're going to do. And we want them to have that unpredictability. I want them to excite and play off the cuff. You see Rodolfo today, he went to areas, he went to positions, he took the ball in areas that, you can't say he's a certain position. We just said, go and express yourself, play with freedom. And you see the boy playing with a smile on his face, taking the ball, and I think today was a big step forward psychologically for Rodo. He knows what we think of him, and I think he now's got the trust of everyone.
Xavier?
Coach, good evening. Can you talk a little bit about Joseph and his game today? First game, he's coming back into fitness. What did you see today? What did you think about his game?
Well, I think there's more to come. But I do think with his standing and his presence, he occupies defenders. He definitely occupies defenders because they know he's playing on the shoulder. They know he's a threat. Sometimes when Joseph leaves a ball, sometimes without touching it, he actually makes us be even more unpredictable. He brings players into the game. I think Joseph missed Leo a little bit tonight in terms of sort of like that holding up play, and so because Joseph does like to drop in tonight, he had to play a little bit higher up. But like I say, I think Joseph's got 2 or 3 weeks left of real fitness work, real hard work, of consistent work to get up to the point where we can start getting him to the 90-minute mark. We knew today, 56, 57 minutes, it was going to be tough to go beyond that. He said he felt good, but I just felt as if we needed probably something a little bit fresher up there. And when Ari and Borgelin came on, I thought they'd give us that impetus.
We'll do last 2 questions, Alex, and then one in the back.
Alex. Thanks, Alex. I thought McVeigh was really, really good tonight. I thought he looked like a real top centre back. With centre back pairings, it's a partnership. I think Sergi's experience and composure and calmness and talking and communication is helping Chris. I thought he didn't put a foot wrong all night. With Franco, he's just going to go for it. I think he typifies the mentality of the team. He's just going to go for it. He's going to charge forward. He's going to be aggressive. We scouted him a long time. We recruited, in terms of our recruitment, so we knew exactly what we're going to get. He's not had a pre-season at all. So every game he's he's fighting right to the very end. We nearly took him off at 70 minutes tonight. Then DeAndre started cramping up. So, and he carried on to the end, and I kept saying to him, just sit next to Chris McVeigh, and he didn't listen. I don't think he understood. I don't think he wanted to listen, because his mentality is to get forward. We're really happy with Franco, and I think he's going to be a big plus on that left-hand side for this team.
Congratulations, coach, for the win tonight. I saw at the end of the game you were congratulating all your team players, and especially you stopped by Snyder and share some words with him. Can you tell us what you told him at the end?
Yeah, well, the other day when he signed his MLS contract, his mother got really emotional, and you know I'm a family guy, and when he got onto the pitch, first thing I said to him, said, imagine how proud your mum's going to be up in the stand. And then when he scored the goal, I said, well, if she cried last week, imagine how many tears she's going to have tonight about how proud, you know, she will have been of her son. He's got a long way to go, but we've got big hopes for our younger players. They're going to get minutes. They're going to get opportunities. We're going to go for it. We're going to go with it. We know with the young players, there's going to be peaks and troughs. There's going to be mistakes. There's going to be unbelievable performances, and there's going to be performances where they need to learn. And we're going to have to protect them and put them in at the right time. But I think today was a signal of our intent. Is that, you know, we've got Darren and Javier, who's been in the under-17s and the MLS too. And they know all about these kids. They know and they trust them, and they've been pushing these kids, you know. And we've got a conveyor belt of young boys now coming through that I feel as if we can start building that lower half of our roster around. And they've got a good spirit, and they've got a good belief, and they're pushing the senior players all the way.
Thank you, coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We'll go out this way, Fahim.
By Heineken Star of the Match, Sergei Kritsov. If you have a question in the room, please raise your hand. We'll begin with Michelle Kaufman.
Suri, congratulations. That's quite a way to start your InterMiami. Can you just talk about what it felt like to score and then to get that ball signed by all of your new teammates? Just how are you feeling tonight?
Thank you. I'm really happy. I couldn't even dream about debut like it was today, and I'm very happy. I think it was great game for us. Yes, it's first game of the season, and we did some mistake, but I think today victory was great.
Ian?
You had a lot of Ukrainian flags in the stands, fans that were cheering for you. For you to be able to get a goal today must have been very special for you. What did that mean for you?
Oh, I'm excited, and I bought 20 tickets for Ukrainian community, and I'm really happy that they was on this match at the stadium and support me and our team.
Franco?
Sergi, congrats on the goal and the victory and the clean sheet. One of your teammates in there said you guys have worked on set pieces a lot this preseason. One of the players that was here last year said they worked on it more this preseason than they did last year. So how much of the goal was just you just going through what you guys have practiced, or how much was it just you sensing the moment at the back post with the flick on header from Gregory?
We worked on the practice standard situation, and it was like our plan on this game.
Sergey, first game with your new teammates. How comfortable were you back there, and how well did you guys understand each other? Because in the defense, you have to just mentally know where everybody's at.
Yes, we spoke a lot on the field. I am Chris, DeAndre, and it helps for our middle player, and it's one part of the soccer game. I think it's easiest play with speaking.
More questions? All right, we'll go Franco, then Michel.
A big component for you guys getting the clean sheet was Drake at the back, made several big saves. What do you think of his overall performance tonight?
Yeah, Drake was great and saved our team, I think 2-3 times. Yes, I said we did some mistakes and Drake saved us.
Michel?
I'm just wondering what this was your first MLS game, your first game in this stadium with these fans. What was your first impression of just the overall impression of the league, the atmosphere tonight?
Yes, it was beautiful. I forgot how to play with the fans because you know the situation in Ukraine. We can't play with fans, and today was a great atmosphere. Thank you. Thanks our fans for this great atmosphere and for supporting.
We're gonna go to the front to Javier. Just give us 1 second.
You play to a high level in Champions League, many seasons. How do you compare the level of Europe with MLS right now?
Champions League, Europe League, it's more tactical football. In MLS, play attack, counter-attack, and run a lot. I think if we play with Shakhtar and 1-0, we finish this game. We control the ball and no risk, you know. And in MLS, we every time go to attack, and it's good for fans and for show.
Good. Okay. That concludes the press conference. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.